But we see here where creepy ass, broke back bitch, bum ass Biden, you know what I'm saying, crooked, stealing ass, all the days of his career in life, you know what I'm saying, on Wednesday, that inflation was surging when he took office in January. No, it was raging ever since the demon Democrats been our motherfucking government doing bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Even infiltrating the Republican Party, driving out the black people and taking it over, and then going bipartisan, crossing party lines, and all type of other garbage. You know what I'm saying? And all the other parties who just ran along with the whitewashing anyway. But at the same time, on January 2021, despite the federal data showing opposite, that it wasn't so. Creep Joe Biden comments came shortly after, in more ways than one. It came shortly after, you know what I'm saying, in more ways than one. It came shortly, hold on one second, peeps. Yeah, there we go. You know, the comments came shortly after the last consumer price index regarding price index reading was released, showing the annual inflation accelerated, showing the annual inflation accelerated faster than expected after after the third straight month in March. In response to questions about inflation remaining high, he noted that the rate of prices increase has come down over. Yeah, because you inflated it. You inflated it. You idiot. What, you think people didn't see that? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Talking about it has come down, you know what I'm saying, over the past 2 years, suggested that he inherited an economic issue. No, you did not. You didn't inherit shit. You caused it to go that way. You know what I'm saying? Whether you were there in the seat or not, it's still based on demon democratic garbage and rule and playing us against each other from the left to the right. You dumbass son of a bitch. Look, we have dramatically reduced inflation from 9% down to close to 3%. We're in a situation where we're better. We're in a situation where better set what? Where's what? Better statute or whatever you want to call it, than we were when we took office, where we inflate. Listen to that. Dramatically reduced inflation to 9% down, and close to 3%. We're in a situation where we're better situated than we were when we took office, where inflation was skyrocketing. Creep Joe Biden told reporters during a press conference. They need to get this man off the stage. That's a sad thing. Y'all got this man out there talking garbage. And you talking about Donald Trump? You know what I'm saying? People need to do better than that. People across the world as a whole are defending the wrong things, saying the wrong things, because, like they say, Obama jackass said, if you control language and put out enough propaganda and bullshit out there, you know what I'm saying, people wouldn't even know what to think, because there's so much confusion and chaos going on, and they control the language in the media that you're confused. But we're not confused either with Donald Trump or creepy ass Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? The people has got to stand up and check these things, such as what Donald Trump just said about Israel. That needs to be checked, and he needs to have a checkpoint, because Donald Trump is not, understand something, Mr. Donald Trump, you are killing your vibe when you mention these things about Israel. You know what I'm saying? Because you seem to don't want to acknowledge the truth based on Israel in itself. You know what I'm saying? So you need to come to grips and come to grips fast, because this can cause you to also lose the election. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for Joe Biden and his bullshit of creating an Israel and then talking about he inherited an inflation plan when you came in and you caused the inflation to go up. You caused it to go up. You, Nancy Pelosi, and Chuck the Duck motherfucking bald-headed shoe, man. He's a clown. He's a fucking clown. And this is what they put in front of us in order to keep us confused. Clowns. You know what I'm saying? But we see Mayor Q-Ball Greasy Head Screwball Adams, you know what I'm saying, Texas rep, who urges the NYPD cops to escape to the Lone Star State in newspaper. Oh yeah, I advise them to run for the fuck. You know, there's a saying, you know, when all is lost and shit is gonna happen and they know that all is lost and they lost the war or catastrophe is coming and there's nothing they can do. You know, they're quick to say, run for your lives. Well, I say the same thing. You know what I mean? They need to run for their lives. You know what I mean? Especially creating an auxiliary force. Or it's talking about defund the police. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. You know what I mean? We're looking at a lot of crazy shit that they put out there and expect us to accept it in all ways. And they said she's on to something with Teacher James, you know what I'm saying, suggest that Trump's lawyers may have withheld evidence. Yeah, she gonna always talk about all kinds of evidence that's being withheld. Well, you know what I'm saying, like I said, the people ain't gonna just sit here and rely on one set of things. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what evidence was withheld from Letitia, not the God fucking James. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a flying fuck. She has no merit in my book at all. I don't care how much good deeds you do, and that goes not just because your skin is black. That goes, and then you're a woman. That go for Alan Bragg, Spanny Wills, Jack the Nut Gunsmith, and many politicians that came up in my time all the way to today. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't get that love in my book like you think. What we want you to do is stop fucking up the world and heal the world and make sure that you take care of all the people right here in the United States that needs to be taken care of, and the people across the world on a global scale. And many secret Luciferian blood-sucking sacrifice piece of shit needs to go away and stop. And many other slaughtering and killing of people across the planet and calling them names and all kinds of other bullshit to cease and settle so we can get back to what we're supposed to be doing and make ourselves into a higher form, a higher heights. You know what I'm saying? But we see highly medicated or suffering from dementia Donald Trump. Glitch claims he's being persecuted by Letitia James in a bizarre video. You know what I'm saying? Concerned, you know what I'm saying, when he gave a bizarre speech at Mar-a-Lago on Wednesday, April 10th. You know what I'm saying? The ex-president, 77, attempted to mock Letitia, not God James, you know, and going on to call her a wrong name. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He did not call her the wrong name. He knew exactly what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? They put him into a state of New York. They put him into a state of New York, and then ultimately into the DA's office to run the case. You know what I'm saying? This is, yeah, he right with the him part. Being ran by, you know what I'm saying, you know, creepy ass, nutcase, dumbass, broke back bitch, bum ass Bible. They put a man into the state. Letitia James, peekaboo, a jigaboo is what I would have said. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because many of the black leaderships that we have, or black people in position, is not doing for our people as it's supposed to be. So that means we got to do it, people. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got time to sit up here with the teacher, not God James, in her piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? In her piece of shit. Because that's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a piece of shit. And nobody with that. You know what I mean? All this stupid ass shit that we see going on. Oh no, you can bet your dime on that motherfucker that they're full of it. You know what I mean? Same thing we have here. Talking about he's demented and all kinds of stupid shit that nobody wants to hear, nor has any concern with us. You know what I'm saying? Focusing on these people as they're gonna make all the rules and regulations, but they can't even get the motherfucker straight when they open their mouth. Oh, the American people gotta step up. But Trump calls Robert F. Kennedy Jr. a great mega and a better man than Joe Biden. That I have to agree with Trump on. Better man, you know what I'm saying, than Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? If I were a demon Democrat, you know what I'm saying, Trump said, I would vote for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. So would I. You know what I'm saying? But black people also needs to be on the ticket. I still haven't seen any black people stepping up and hearing from when it comes to this election. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's going on? You can't tell me all y'all motherfuckers on the tape. You know what I'm saying? Bought and paid for. You know what I'm saying? Talking about they run America. You know what I'm saying? The crews run America. Yeah, okay, presume presumptive Republican presidential nominee Donald J. Trump to be baby because independent candidate Robert, well, I think he was a Democrat. I'm not really sure what platform he came on. I don't want to miscalculate the man's group, but he's an independent candidate. You know what I'm saying? Which is good to hear. You know what I'm saying? Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and he would make a very good vice president and one day a president of the United States. You know what I'm saying? Robert F. Kennedy Jr., you know, a great mega in a video message urging the demon Democrats to support, you know, Kennedy over President Joe Biden in November general election. I would advise him too because he's a creep. Biden is a creep. If you go back through his history and you go back through his time, you would eventually come up with the same answer. You know what I'm saying? This is not has nothing to do with racism. This has nothing to do with the man's skin color or anything to do with that. He's an idiot. And this is something that white people are going to have to start to come to grips with. Doesn't matter whether the man white, black, green, or purple. If he's an idiot, he's an idiot. And you could tell my mom was I don't give a flying. If you're an idiot and you're a black ass nigga, then that's what you are. Same as we see going on in Chicago and in many ghettos and many neighborhoods, even with the hip hop music and every fucking thing else they're putting in front of our children. They're idiots, morons. Don't look how bright they play. Actors, all of them, Hollywood, all of them. Until you show me different, that is what I'm going out with. And that's what I'm going to stay with until the day, whatever. You're not going to change my mind by a few words and a few good words of your so-called doing your good deed. You can't confuse me on that level. You're still an idiot to me. Just like you probably call me one. Oh well, but anyway, but we see the nominee Donald Trump call the independent candidate Robert F. Kennedy, call on demon Democrats to support Mr. Kennedy, you know what I'm saying, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., you know what I'm saying, in a video urging demon Democrats to support him. You know what I'm saying, on Thursday, Robert F. Kennedy is, as you know, the most radical left candidate in the race. He's more so than the Green Party, you know what I'm saying? He's more so than even Crooked Joe, back bitch, bummers, pedophilia, crackhead, Biden. But he's got some nice things about him. I happen to like him. Unfortunately, he is about the green. He is about the green new scam because he believed in that he believed in that, and a lot of people don't. They want to see our country become rich, wealthy, and strong and powerful. That's a true saying, and that would be the same attribute for any country. And a lot of things and not waste money doing something that nobody wants and everybody knows doesn't work. I guess that would, you know what I'm saying, mean that Robert F. Kennedy is going to be taken, he's going to be taking away votes from crooked ass, North Kiss ass, broke back bitch, bum ass Biden. And he should, because he's actually better than Crooked Joe, you know what I'm saying, broke back bitch Biden, he's better than than Creepy Joe, you know what I'm saying, began Trumpy Bear Baby in a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde opener. You know what I'm saying? No, it's true. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is a better candidate than broke back bitch bum ass Biden. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's not riding the coattail of a white boy. Because if it was a nigga up there too, I would be saying the same thing. If you had your motherfucking head on right and you was on the chessboard running this shit and making moves to show me just how smooth of a groove and the mentality as and charisma and strength of yourself as a candidate. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But this is what we left with. You know? This is what we left with. And then for the audacity for black people to say that we jumping on somebody's motherfucking dick because we want to glorify them over some chicken, watermelon, and some gold ass sneakers is a stupid ass. So what is your solution? Otherwise, is what we should be asking and what the answers in which you should be giving. You just telling us to hate. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? They hating on us now. Something's got to be done. The chessboard has got to move. Or it's going to move in the wrong direction and you're going to pay the price for it, Mr. Piles. You know what I'm saying? Iowa governor signs bill that would make it a crime for some undocumented migrants to be in the state. You know what I'm saying? As we know, Iowa is taking a page out of Texas book as its governor signs a bill into law this week, allowing law enforcement officers to arrest some undocumented workers. Republican Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds, you know what I'm saying, signs a bill into law Wednesday that would make it a crime to be in the state after being deported. Beautiful signing of bill. There we go. For you to be in the state after being deported, denied admission to the United States for committing all kind of various heinous crimes, probably too. You know what I'm saying? Or have an outstanding deportation order. You know what I'm saying? The law which takes efforts, the law in which takes effect on July 1st is similar to the Texas controversial law that allows state officials to arrest and detain suspects, illegal immigrants. That law which also allows state judge to order allow immigrants to be deported, is currently blocked as a federal appeal court considered it constitutionally. It consider it to be constitutionally in more ways than one. Those who came into our country illegally, you you know what I'm saying, illegally have broken the law. That is true. You know what I'm saying? And that would go with any territory, just as we see with Jackass Netanyahu. You know what I'm saying? Has broken the law. Yet, President Creep Joe Biden, bitch Biden, refused to deport them. Yes, because he wants to flood every Democratic city, turn them into voters. When he's dead and gone, they're going to say, oh, how he was a great hero, and he led us in the country, and we took over, we ran all the Americans out, probably ran them into the Gulag camps and into the FEMA camps, and probably just raped and killed and murdered every single body, and just do all kind of discriminated, racist shit, and take all the jobs, and take all the hospitals, and take over every fucking thing, and then sit up there and say that Joe Biden helped them to do it, and because he probably is in bed with them, the government officials and all the different ones over there in the country, been selling us out to South America and every other country on this planet Earth that he could get some money out of, or do some crooked shit to get us all fucked up on this Ku Klux Klan slide and groove. You know what I'm saying? But we see here where he refused to deport them. Reynolds said this bill gives Iowa law enforcement the power to do so. You know what I'm saying? The power to do what he is unwilling to do. That's right. Every governor in every state has the right to sign into laws of any enforcement of immigration laws already on the books and enforce them by all means, because all kingdoms must be protected. All freedoms of the kingdom and metropolitan of our world and of the United States must be protected. You know what I'm saying? There is too many factions and control of people in our country that is controlling our country and should not be. And this is why we're in the shit that we're in right now. So let's all start to look into these things in itself. You know what I mean? As we see judge in Trump's election interference case rejects hostage label for jail January 6th defendants. Yes, they are hostages and they are prisoners of war, and we must consider them that they are prisoners of war in all ways. This is what happens to them. You know what I'm saying? Because if they're in prison for protesting or going up there, or they were simply up there to bang heads and do a whole bunch of charismatic bullshit, it's still let up on the demon democratical table. So where she's sitting up there talking about refusing this and refusing that, she needs to sit her dumb ass off she needs to get the fuck off the judge's bench and go find another career, because you know full well this ain't no more than a motherfucking war between all of them. You know what I'm saying? Revealed Robert F. Kennedy, Jr. campaign aide attends January 6th rally. You know what I'm saying? He wants favor Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying, to run for a third term. You know what I'm saying? But we see Rita Pamela, a campaign aide for the independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. reportedly expressed admiration for President Donald J. Trump, and attended a controversial Stop the Steal a rally on January 6th, Baphomet, January 6th, 2021. You know what I'm saying? But we see here, even Andrew, it's a guy in CNN News, Andrew, you know what I'm saying, told his viewers that Rita Parr, who has identified herself as the Kennedy campaign state director in New York, also reportedly called Trump her favorite president, according to tweets along with comments she posted on the controversial social media site. I think it's called Parler or whatever, that have since been made private, according to the KFILE examination of those now private posts. Pamela also posed for a photo at the former posted for a photo with the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, fuck your farmer, International Hotel. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we can agree with that. We can agree with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? But we going to be moving on from that. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody got down with that. You know what I mean? Because he is, and what she said is 100% true. He's a better candidate, you know what I'm saying, in more ways than Creep Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? The only love for Creep Joe Biden is you have demon Democrat and a lot of Luciferian blood-sucking Medical Secret Society motherfuckers that are out there doing a bunch of garbage and confusing the minds of the people by using our media, these elected officials, and many other strategical plans to keep us at each other's throat while we stay divided. They conquer. Right-wing conspiracy theorists fine 1.25 million for racist robocalls to intimidate black voters. You know what I'm saying? In a pair of white men who operates apparently a racial conspiracy theorists were fined where these two guys come up with some kind of racist conspiracy theory, but they were fined $1 million for orchestrating a robocalling scheme to keep would be black voters in New York. It's a scheme to keep black voters in New York from casting ballots via mail for the 2020 election. State Attorney General Letitia James Nutcase Harris announced on Tuesday. Yeah, you're going to find a lot of that going on. Like I said, it's a war between them, and you should know this. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got time to sit here and argue back and forth. Black people should be on top of every corner, every milk crate, and every fucking thing that you can find right about now to shut down anything that will stand in our way other than you sitting up there, you know, agreeing along with everything this woman or people like her has put out there to try to make herself look good. I mean, in more ways than one. We see the Senator Leader Mitch McConnell criticize the GOP House, saying not offering support to Ukraine. You know, saying not offering support to Ukraine is against national interest. Mitch McConnell needs to take his national interest, dumbass, and go sit down. What do you mean national interest? So you could control the region in Egypt? You can control that area in Egypt because of strategical position, talking about national interest of keeping the nuclear war going with Ukraine, you know what I'm saying? And bullshit like that, talking with Netanyahu and all the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is you mean national interest when you are sitting there supporting them against Russia that can cause us to go into a nuclear war? What the fuck is Mitch McConnell? What, is a robot or something? They need to change the motherfucking battery. His crooked ass, and we need to vote his ass clean out of fucking government, talking about he's the House Speaker. You know what I'm saying? But a Senate Republican leader. He's a Senate Republican betrayer of the American people is what they should be saying in more ways than one. You know what I mean? And we have to look at that way. So we see Senator Mitch McConnell, dumbass fucking leader, you know what I'm saying, has, you know, instilled his efforts to get a substantial foreign aid bill passed in the House, you know, highlighting the urgency support for Ukraine amid ongoing conflict. There should be no more support for Ukraine. There should be no more support for Ukraine. What Ukraine needs to do is stand ground for now, back down and chill the fuck out. Nobody's saying you have to back down and go run and hide and scared in the building. Stand ground, you know what I'm saying, and kill this war that Creep Joe Biden and his son chunked up on the American people, driving nuclear fear on planet Earth. And Mitch McConnell needs to retire or be voted out and get the fuck on. We don't need your kind around anymore. You're no more than an old washed up, you know what I'm saying, slave driving idiot. But what we see, you know what I mean? How else we gonna look at you? You know what I mean? You ain't doing nothing but advising people to commit suicide by supporting that bullshit of your so-called national interest. We see Pelosi joins demon Democrat lawmakers in calling for Joe Biden to stop giving weapons and money to Israel. Oh, Nancy Pelosi jumps up on the scene and says something that is seems to have a little wow. Nancy Pelosi done say. But at least in this one, you seem to have some sense because for well, it's killing the demon Democratical chances of any type of overstand. People are not going to let this one live. You murdered over 14,000 children, probably 10 times more than 14,000, including women, the elderly, the mentally, you know what I'm saying, the disabled, you know what I'm saying, and even foreign affair people who come in there to try to help the Palestinian people get some kind of rescue because they're not in the war, but they're the victims of this man's brutality, calling himself, saying that, we control America. Yeah, you control America by the same brutality, assassination, stealing, blood sacrifice, piece of shit, and then calling yourself God. People, what God is you talking about? Is the question that we must ask. You know what I'm saying? But we see where Nancy Pelosi done. See, even Democrat of California joined with several dozens of Democratic lawmakers in calling for President Joe Biden to halt arms transfer to the crooked ass country invasion, you know what I'm saying, following, they calling themselves Israel, you know what I'm saying, following the killing of 7 aid workers. Now listen to they aid workers, and he over there murdering the aid workers. What the? And the world is standing by, just not saying anything. Maybe 100 people, 1,000,000 people are saying something all over, but it's not strong enough. It got to be more. It got to be 250 billion people that goes out there and shut this city and every city from here to England to London to France to the whole USA and shut them down and demand a ceasefire by all means or nothing moves until so. And we must support each other with food, water, and everything until we stand and go up into the House of Congress and make Joe Biden get the fuck out. Or demand he do something about this situation. And many other situations we still see going on in Iran, Iraq, and Afghanistan. On Tuesday, oh yes, she is calling because she knows full well she wants to stay in power, because if she don't, there's a lot of a chance she might end up in jail. You know what I'm saying? Speaking to Congress, Japanese Prime Minister, you know what I'm saying, Fumio, whatever his name is, Kanisha, whatever, I'm not going to get into your fucking name, urging U.S. to overcome self-doubt of his role. What self-fucking-doubt? We got self-fucking idiots leading the United States, along with your white ass calling yourself looking like a ching tong ping egg roll eating motherfucker. Please, you got a nerve to come over here and say some bullshit. We don't need your leadership, and we don't need your motherfucking advice. We'll stand our own fucking ground, you clown. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got all kinds of clowns jumping up all over the place these days, coming up in our country telling us what the fuck to do. Shit, what we can't fucking make a pair of fucking drawers anymore. We gotta depend on the Chinese to give us underwears. I mean, what the fuck going on here? You clockhead motherfuckers, and did this bullshit years ago in selling us the fuck out, but got nerve to sit here and talk shit to us. You know what I mean? Got nerve to sit here and talk shit to us. We see the son, Wellview, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We see here a letter coming by the editorial is Robert F. Jr. with Lachlan Wigman. You know what I'm saying? We have some idiot dude. He seems to come up here I don't know. A lot of people is jumping up in here with a lot of nonsense that we don't need. But in now react statement issued on April 5th, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. expressed that although he hadn't examined all evidence, he had been told by responsible people that the January 6th so-called Baphomet Luciferian 660 upon 6 protest had no weapons, and that the protesters had neither planned to or nor had the ability to seize power over our government among those counted as responsible people. Donald J. Trump prevailed, baby, in this matter. You know what I'm saying? In this earlier, in the edit statements, such as clarified John F. Kennedy Jr. views on the events that he and other conservatives refer to as a protest, a riot, but not a true insurrection. He has straddled the aisles once more, saying one can, as I do, oppose Donald J. Trump and all he stands for, and still be disputed. No, and still be, I guess, disputed by this. No, he's saying, yeah, you're right. He's saying you still can be disturbed by weaponization of the government against him. That an interesting position to take for a presidential hopeful who campaigns state direct in New York. You know what I'm saying? From what we've seen, you know what I'm saying? Coming from New York, Rita Palm has been working to get on the ballot in the Empire State to help get rid of Joe Biden, furthering that the only way that Trump can even have a remote possibility of taking New York is if Bobby is on the ballot. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Do what it needs to take to get anything to get creep Joe Biden the fuck up out of our government is damn sure a good move. We see Vladimir Putin say just three things to stop the Ukraine war ending. You know what I'm saying? Ending as he ready for peace. You know what I'm saying? There's a great many things that needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? To end a lot of things that is going on in our country. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Many things that needs to be straightened out, and we need to straighten it out right here, right now, in all ways with this election. One of the things that would send a clear message to many of these candidates is how we vote to get this thing popping and out of the way. You know what I'm saying? We busy worrying about everything else, but the main thing is the people. Without the people, there is no government, because the people that's in government are people, aren't they? So we see that even when J.P. Morgan Chase warns inflation, terrible war, and violence are significant uncertain force in the new outlook. Yeah, of course, but all that is caused by people, isn't it? All that can be schemed up by the same motherfuckers, isn't it? Especially when it comes to J.P. Morgan, you know what I'm saying, and many of you. You know what I'm saying? You have done racist shit and a whole lot of shit as well, just like the rest of them. So when you talk about violence, this, that, and the third, a lot of times that is created, psychologically induced in the systematic vibe of the people you elect and have been electing for over a whole many years in itself. You know what I'm saying? So we know for well that we're not going to pay too much mind to that particular statement, but we see Joe Biden new take on inflation. Trump would be worse. No, when we look at it, Mr. Creep Joe Biden better take another look at that one, because he is damn sure the worst of it all. You know what I'm saying? He have been orchestrating that for many years. You know what I'm saying? So what we see today ain't just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Of when it started. It started a long, long time ago with these idiots. So this is Point Blank saying, right on, Beyonce. Right on, girl. Yeah! Let's get on. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the bullshit. Keep stomping on. But you got to get rid of that Luciferian shit that y'all is kicking. So this is Point Blank saying, we about to be winning because we ain't giving shit. What we gonna do is run, take what belongs to us, and this is all out and run it right. That's the only thing we got as we fight, even through the night. So this is Point Blank saying, farewell. One, we will meet again.